What is up, everybody? This is Tim here with a brand new start to this channel. I will be reviewing each team of the week and special cards coming out on FIFA 21 and hopefully more FIFAs along the way. So yeah, let's get started. First of all, here you can see the cards coming out this week. So I will be reviewing them uh, for less usable, starting with the less usable first, and then going into like the best cards there are. So without further ado, I won't be reviewing this man right here for Saudi Arabian. So that's my first disclaimer. We start with TOTW. The problem with him is he hasn't got much shooting or dribbling or physical to justify his low pace. So we start off badly with him. Same with Starsinski here. He hasn't got defense nor physical nor anything else decent enough to justify his low pace. Same with Prijovic. Prijovic is okay with his pace and he has a nice shooting for his league and his rating, but his physical doesn't cover up not nearly enough for his pace. Thing with Diamante here, and especially with him, the problem is he plays as right winger, so even though he can be linkable due to him being Italian, the problem with him is he hasn't got no pace to play on the wings, and that pretty much makes you have to put him inside right at the start of the game, and that means you have to find a midfielder capable of playing on the wing or having to change to a system that will likely be not as effective running down the sidelines. Same with Disasi here. He's got an insanely good physical, 98 strength as well. He's got good defending, but his pace is just awful for this time of the year as well. Maybe on the start of FIFA this card could have been usable, but not right now. Definitely not right now with the amount of pacey strikers and attackers we have right now in FIFA. Moving on, we have the decent category. We will be starting with Skorupski here. Skorupski has very good diving and reflexes, but his positioning is kind of average, so he shouldn't be your first go-to goalkeeper. If you can find better positioning, I would advise doing that instead of going for Skorupski here. And the problem with him is it will be hard to link him if you're going for a hybrid defense. Next we have Endo from Stuttgart. He's very well rounded. I love these kinds of cards, but in this time of the year this isn't a great card. It might have 4-star weak foot, but this isn't enough for this time of the year. I clarify once again, this is a nice card in my opinion, maybe to do certain challenges with lower rated teams, but not nearly good enough for right now. Same with Stansiu. Stansiu has a pretty decent card, not overwhelming pace nor shooting, but his card might just be able to give you something. He's a very decent player in real life as well. He has 4-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot, so that helps, but not that great of a card. I was doubting if I should put him here or on the unlikely to use, but I put him here because he's half decent at least. Again, the links with this card will be very difficult. Now, Ruben Diaz is another thing. He is very pacey, so that would really help him. But first of all, his league is a minor league, so unless you use a Spanish second division team, this card won't help you. And unless you have a pretty decent and well-rounded Spanish team around him, this card is not that great. But again, with that pace, I think a striker could be very lethal, and he has 4-star skill moves as well, so maybe he could be decent. Then we got Iniaga. Iniaga hasn't got the most pace in the world. In fact, this is his TIF card. He's got a very good dribbling, 4-star weak foot, a decent shooting for a right winger, a good enough passing, and a good enough physical. So I rate him really high because in his league and for his country, this might just be the best card of a Japanese player in the entire FIFA. Moving on, we have this OP man right here, Claude Maurice, playing for Nice and French, so he will be easily linked with many other OP players. And 94 pace is just insane. With that, you get 86 dribbling, 4-star skill moves. The shooting, the defense, the passing, the physical, none of that is like insanely high. But then again, you don't need him to score goals. You just might want to user him to get an extra defender down and maybe user him yourself. Try to make that like last minute tackle. So it's an interesting thing, and he's more likely to be your user than maybe other slower defenders. Moving on, we have the usable but not meta. So these players are good, and you can see on the price change they are definitely good, but they are not going to be your most used in the FIFA community type of cards. This is the great example. A York is a really nice card. 88 shooting and 89 physical for a striker is insane, but he hasn't got nearly enough dribbling. 81 is really low. 77 passing pace, is really low for this time in FIFA, and this is his third inform card. So, and above that all, he's only got 3-star skill moves, which is average, but only 2-star weak foot, and he's left-footed, so he might not be the best fit for your offense. Then again, his shooting is insane, so it depends on what you're looking for from your striker. He's got 99 heading accuracy, 99 strength, so if you're looking for a pure target man, this man just might be it. Then you got Murillo. Murillo isn't the greatest card of them all. The fact that I put him here is because there is a problem with center backs in La Liga. This very well could be on the average cards, but I put him here because most of the center backs in La Liga have this problem that they are either low on weak foot or they aren't nearly fast. So Murillo isn't 80 pace or above, but it is very close. And on the other side, you have very good defensive presence because he's got 92 jumping, 82 strength, and 81 hitting accuracy isn't the best, but with that jumping, he can surely clear off many crossings. So that's what you should be looking for. Again, he isn't the tallest one, but he can definitely jump. So I always try to look for that when my center back isn't as tall as he could be. Moving on, we have Ruben Diaz, and the problem with this card is he has the Rising Stars one, which is unbeaten, but it is a very usable card. 87 defense and physical. He's got a good amount of height, 4-star weak foot, so you can pretty much clear it at any time, and 70 pace isn't that bad. Again, it isn't ideal, but you can handle it, or you could try to handle it. It's not meta, but it's a good card. Myron, I hope I'm saying that okay. Myron Boadu with his second inform, 95 pace, 87 shooting, and 86 dribbling is just insane. 5-star weak foot as well. This dude is insane. The only problem with him is not that great physical. He's not that complete striker with the heading accuracy overpowered nor nothing of the sort. He does have 94 jumping. That's a nice inclusion, but the problem with him is his links. You won't be able to link him as well as other strikers. So this is, don't get me wrong, a very, very good card, and it might as well be a top 5 card in this Team of the Week. The only problem are the links. So yeah, you might have the Robin card and maybe the Leroy Fer, but it will be harder than you think to make a hybrid and make that trio work. Now we have, in my opinion, a very decent card. Many might disagree, but I just love Robin Gosens. This inform card a couple of months ago would have been my favorite card in the game. He's got 86 pace, which isn't insane, but it does help because he's an all-around player. So you could slot him outside, which isn't the best right now because of his pace, as I just said. But as well, you could try and put him more in the middle. So you get the most out of that passing, out of that defense, out of that physical, and out of that pace, because you would be using him on the middle, and a player with 86 pace in the middle of the field is definitely good. Freestar isn't the best, and the fact he is left-footed isn't ideal either, but I just love this card, and I think if you're trying to use maybe a Serie A team with Hakimi on the right side, this Gosens card was the one missing, so it is definitely an upgrade over his regular card, and that was pretty much insane as well, so I definitely think this is a great card. Now we get serious. This is Gareth Bale. Finally he gets his first inform. It's been a while. Welcome back. 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, 90 pace, 87 shooting, 83 dribbling is not the best, but 85 passing with 90 crossing is very, very good. Again, the pace isn't extremely good, nor is the dribbling. He's got really low balance, but with that passing and that shooting, you can pretty much use him wherever. He's also got 80 strength, not bad for a winger, so you might consider him for that as well. Moving on, we have Nicolas Pepe from Arsenal. This is the straight opposite of Gareth Bale. He does have a good amount of pace, a great amount of dribbling, but he loses on the shooting and on the passing. And passing might not be like the most important stuff in the world, but definitely will change yourself a game if you hit those crosses right. I mean, who doesn't want a freak header goal? So I like this card, don't get me wrong, but that shooting is just a little bit low in my opinion. I prefer Gareth, but I mean, it's a pretty decent card nonetheless, and also it plays in the Premier League, so links will be booming, and the right wingers on the Premier League were definitely missing. So now we just need to get a right winger on the Bundesliga. Come on, EA. We reach the point I didn't want to reach because I know, and I'm guessing what most of you might be thinking. He's not pacey. He doesn't have that much amount of physical. But wait, this is Diego Godin we are talking about. His pace might not be great, his defense is insane, and his physical only goes down because he's got no stamina whatsoever. He's only got 64 stamina. Then you might be wondering, well, but isn't that a bad thing? Not quite, because it means the rest of the stats of the physical stats are very very high, like 89 on average. The only thing bringing that down is the stamina. So again, you have a really complete center back who is definitely not pacey, and that's okay. You could improve him with a certain card, maybe, but if you don't believe in cards like I do, I think this is okay. This is usable, very decent on certain sides, but definitely not meta. And now we reach the top 3. These are the players you want to get on the backs. 82 pace, 80 defense, and 79 physical is average, you could argue. 68 shooting isn't nearly the best, but he's a midfielder. Frankie de Jong with 88 passing and 89 dribbling. That card is very good. 80 the 80 defense, you got to remember he's a center midfielder. He won't be looking and seeking to tackle everybody when he's on the offensive side. So don't you worry about that. You must worry about his pace and his physical, but only about that. So he might not be the fastest, but he isn't the slimmest, nor the other way around. He might not be the biggest, but he isn't the slowest. And I mean, if he's got 82 pace and 89 dribbling, that card is just on another universe. In my opinion, of course, you could argue it's not that good of card, and it would be alright as well. But moving on to this card, I just love Jan Oblak from Atletico Madrid. 89 diving, 92 reflexes, and 91 positioning. This is one of the best goalkeeper cards in the game. That's just how it is. I mean, if he only had a little more diving, this might as well be the highest ranked card. But again, he has a 93 rated Champions League card, so he wouldn't get any higher than that on his first inform. Maybe if he gets a second one, he might get closer. But well, this is the ideal goalkeeper. 92 reflexes, 91 positioning. Again, the positioning is the stat you want on a goalkeeper. And the 3-star weak foot isn't that bad. And we reach the Polish man, Robert Lewandowski. What can I say? I mean, Yes, you can argue he is slow for this time in FIFA, but come on, man. 94 shooting, 89 dribbling, 86 physical, which is at to some point 90 strength and 89 and 88 jumping, and he's already tall. So just imagine a 91 heading. So he's insane. 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot as well. He also has a little bit of passing, just like, you know, hidden as well. With that passing, I love because he's got good vision. He hasn't got crossing, but you don't need crossing on a striker, so that's okay. No long passing, but again, who needs long passing for a striker? And he has short passing on 90, 92 on a free kick accuracy. So if you haven't got a free kick taker on your team, discard. Who knows? And that 85 curve as well for those free kicks. Just glorious, man. And that shooting, I mean, it's insane. The lowest shooting stat is long shots with 88. You know, that's a really good striker when he has just, and I mean just, as a good thing, 88 long shots. Again, the pace isn't ideal, but man, you just have to love this card. Like, I don't understand when people hate on this, when on Robert Lewandowski and on Haaland. Like, what are you doing? That has been all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to leave a like and just subscribe down below. Also, if you want to comment something, would you have ranked them any differently? Let me know. You're welcome to leave your comments. So, yeah, that has been myself. I hope you all enjoyed it. Peace.